Project Harmony was established to improve how our communities responded to child abuse and neglect. Prior to the organization, children would disclose physical, sexual abuse to a school. They would do their own investigation, and then law enforcement would get involved. They would do their own thing. It wasn't uncommon for a child to kind of be passed through multiple organizations, and the coordination of those organizations was not happening.
The mission statements of Project Harmony was one child, one place, one time.
And so putting them in one space where they can talk to to a nurse, and they can talk to a doctor,
and then eventually get the forensic interview established.
And so that's how it benefits us, is that then they have trained clinical forensic interviewers, and so we are able to then use those interviews to build criminal cases.
So that we're not making the child repeat over and over again what happened. They've already experienced a trauma, and you don't want to repeat the trauma.
It makes a horrible situation for the child at least a little bit less horrible.
First, we were very focused at Project Harmony on what I described, the forensic interview. But over time, they've said, you know what, we can do better. We can do primary prevention. We can help make sure that kids don't get abused in the first place.
We serve all of the metro area, the children and families in the Omaha metro, and we also serve 16 counties in southwest Iowa. We're seeing a really wide spectrum of abuse or neglect, and from sexual abuse, trafficking of children, to families struggling with substance abuse.
All of those need to be recognized, and as possible, help the family deal with those issues.
And so we can't respond with a one-size-fits-all response. It requires a very sophisticated community response.
To say, what can we do within the schools to help? What can we do within the mental health field to help? How can we support the other helpers of children and families?
So places like Children's Square are critical in that, now what?
The effect of trauma is scars. Effect of physical trauma, physical scars. The effect of emotional trauma is emotional scars. And so I think a lot of the clients that you would see at Project Harmony are the same population that could be, clients at Children's Square.
Children's Square is one of those organizations that has this consistency that has been here and you can count on. I think the process is much smoother for children. They're getting access to care much quicker. I do think that we're seeing tremendous impact just based on how these systems have come together. What makes it work are the people.
And understanding that having everybody co-located it's a big deal. Child Protective Services has a different mission than law enforcement, but all of them have the same mission of trying to protect the kids. And so getting them all together in one location where they can talk to each other, collaborate, I think it's been very, very effective. I think we're very lucky to have them in the metro.
We get responses all the time from the community saying, I was one of those children, and look at me now. I'm a young mom with kids and a family and I'm doing really well.
Project Harmony is unique in the extent to which they have involved community and broadened their services.
I think most people, when they take the time to learn about Project Harmony, they understand that this is truly a national gem that we have right here in our metro area. I'm very happy for them that they're getting this award.
Gene is the right leader in the right place at the right time.
And I know there was always a focus on the board of basically, how do we keep Gene, properly fed? How do we keep him on board and continuing to lead the organization?
Sometimes we'll attend an event like this and say, well, what can I do? And my feedback would be, continue doing what you just did. Come to events, support organizations like Children's Square, like Project Harmony, and our community. It's the only way we can make a difference. The name Project Harmony was really an idea in the beginning of how can we get these systems working in harmony and working in sync with each other. All of us want to do what's right for our kids. We all do. Sometimes we just don't have the supports or the capacity to make it happen. And that's where we can come in and provide that support to those families.